Hi there, Paper Curator, back with another book review. So, I had seen this out and about on various forums, and it got very, very good reviews. And I'm a big James Bond fan, so I was very excited to get hold of Quantum of Menace by Wasim Khan, because I thought, oh, interesting that they're taking Q and putting him as a main character. So, anyway, I picked up the book, had high hopes. It is signed. It is a first run, it's not a first edition. They do this in a limited number run, and it comes in a purple. But it was not on my list of things that I wanted. So I thought, let's go for the standard one that at least is signed, and we'll see what we think. Now, I love these sprayed edges, and I love the whole thing that says, what would Bond do? I like that, that's a nice touch. The actual design is very simple, very clean, which leads me to the actual book itself. Now, I had high hopes for this and I was very excited. I like the style of writing because it's clean, and as you know me, no fluff, no fuss, no faff. But what I will say is, that's all fair and well. But when I got to the end of the book, and even though there was a cliffhanger which should have made me go, I didn't. So for me, I didn't really care about any of the characters in this book. I was not emotionally invested in them either. And to me, that's really sad, because I think the character of Q has a lot of potential. And I think the fact that they're tapping into this Bond sort of backstory and back catalogue of characters is really, really exciting, and it should be. But for me, this book just did not hit the mark at all. It's a good idea, it's a good premise, and as I said, the writing style is great, don't get me wrong, but I just had no interest in any of the main characters whatsoever, and for me that's really sad. I don't know whether that's Wasim Khan's style. I don't know whether it's to do with the characters. I mean, Q is so cliched, it's unreal. And in this day and age, I think that kind of format characters just don't work. I think we want characters that are real. We want characters we can associate with that are flawed. And although Q is flawed because of his time in MI6, there's no depth to him. There's really nothing that I could have said, yeah, I understand, I sympathise with that. It just felt really flat, which is just such a shame, because it's a good book. And I love the premise of taking Q out of MI6 and completely taking him out of his life that he's had for so long and putting him back in normal everyday society and seeing how he copes. And I kind of get the feeling, I mean, there's another one that comes out in September called Man with the Golden Compass, which is the next one in this series. And I was thinking, I like the idea, I like the play on words, but I just don't like the style. And I just can't stand the character, the main character of Q. It's just so wooden, so outdated and unrelatable for me. That might just be me. I mean, it is a good read, but there's something missing from the characters. There's a human element from the characters that makes us want to read more, that makes us really feel like we understand where that character's coming from. We can really interact with them. There was nothing in any of these characters in this book whatsoever, which was a real shame. So for me, I'm going to have to give it a 4 out of 10. The only redeeming feature is that it was sprayed all the way around. And I like that phrase, what would Bond do? Other than that, meh. It's a bit meh, which is a really sad thing, because I think there's a lot of potential in doing spin-offs from these stories, especially if you're of my generation. You remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. Angel did so well. So this is the Paper Curator giving Quantum of Menace a 4 out of 10, unfortunately. Until next time, take care. Bye.